Hey guys, welcome back to the Creative Shack. My name's Lisa, and today we're going to do 4 DIYs with you. So we'll start with this first one, and we're going to make a hat out of this tin that I actually already had. I got it for free at a garage sale, and I've had it for a while. So I'm trying to take this hook off on the side of it. This was kind of a pain in the butt, but I tried the best I can. I did get it off, but the other one, I actually just left it on. So after that was done, I grabbed some scrapbook pieces of paper. I got these from Hobby Lobby, maybe Joann Fabrics. I'm not like 100% sure, but I've had them in my stash. So what I want to do is I want to cover up this can with some scrapbook pieces of paper. So as you can see, I am kind of measuring it with my finger and then just taking some glue and placing that right on there. Now, wrapping this can kind of was a pain in the butt. So I rolled it and I cut it pretty much to size, and then I had like a little gap. So I decided to take some more scrapbook piece of paper and just kind of did the best I can. And you can't even tell that there's like a seam there. So just kind of take your time. So after that was done, I grabbed this wooden circle, and I get these at Hobby Lobby, and you can get like 12 of them for like $5. This was perfect. So I stained it with Wearily wax, and then I glued it right onto the wooden circle. And I just did that with hot glue. Now, with this can, you're going to see the rim of it. So I wanted to cover that up with some ribbon. So I just pulled out some of this like burlap ribbon, and all I did was hot glue that right around the can. And just kind of taking my time and pulling that pretty tight. And then when it came to the end, I kind of cut it like an angle so you couldn't really see the seam. And then I decided to take some more of that burlap ribbon and going around the circle piece. And I think that actually makes it look like a hat if you do it that way. So as you can see, I'm just taking my time around that, and I am doing it with hot glue, guys. You can do it with any glue you want, but I think hot glue is going to work pretty fast. And okay, so I kind of took this burlap scrap piece that I actually already had in my scraps. I took some ink and kind of rubbed it on to the burlap. Then I put 1776, I cut that right on my Cricut machine and put that right onto the burlap scrap. And then all I did was hot glue that right in the middle of the hat, just like so. After that was done, I wanted a piece to go right above the 1776, so I actually grabbed this wooden star. I don't know where I got these wooden stars. I think my mom gave them to me. So anyway, I painted it like a shiny gold and hot glued that right on the top of the hat. And then I wanted to kind of hide that little metal piece. So I decided to take some raffia, twist it, and then hot glue that, and then took some greenery. I had some of these brown leaves. I'm not really sure where I got those, but these are just like the scraps I already had, guys. So I thought this is turning out really, really cool. So I grabbed some vintage buttons and I glued about 2 of them into that. So then I decided to decorate the top of the hat. You can keep it plain, just like this, but of course I would want to decorate the top of it just to give it more pizzazz. So of course I'm trying to go for that rustic theme, as you can tell. So all I did was kind of glue some of these leaves on there, and then I grabbed these stars, and I grabbed these stars from Temu, guys. Temu is really, really a great website to go on, especially if you're looking for craft supplies. So these are very rustic. So all I did was kind of glue these right to the hat, on top of the hat. And then I decided to glue some of those brown sprigs that I actually already had, just to give it more of that rustic feeling. And guys, that was it for this one. This hat turned out beautiful. I absolutely love how rustic it is, and I think this one is my favorite one for today. So let's get going on the second DIY. So the second DIY, we're going to create a crate. And I grabbed these 2 crates, mini crates from Dollar Tree. I stained it with my Waverly Wax, and as you can see here, I am dry brushing it to make it like look very weathered old with white paint. After that was done, I glued both of them together to make a bigger crate. And I just did hot glue, guys. Hot glue is perfect for this project. I grabbed these wooden poles that I actually already had, so they're just dowels. I just cut them to size, and I put them on each corner of the crates. And then after that was done, I took some of this burlap ribbon that I actually already had. I don't know where I got this from, but it's just like wrapping, that kind of thing. So I'm just cutting some strips, and then I decided to cut them in two, which would be squares. And then before I went on with that, I decided to take some twine and wrap this twine onto each of the dowels so it looks like a string going from one side to the other. And I did do a double knot, and then what I did was wrap the string around and securing it with hot glue. So like I said, I took those strips and I did cut them into two, which would be a square. And then I wanted to glue these right onto the string. I glued 7 of them straight across, and then I had to trim them as well because they were a little bit too long. After that was done, I pulled out my sticker letters in black and I spelled out freedom, and I just placed them right onto the squares. They had a great stickiness, so I was okay with that. I didn't have to glue them on there. And then after that, I had to fill these crates. Now, filling these crates, you can kind of do whatever you want. I had this burlap because you can actually see through the crates. So I just stuffed both of these with some burlap, and then I grabbed some green moss, and just to give it more of that outdoor feeling. The only thing I did is I glued that moss right into the 2 crates because I didn't want them to like fall out. I'm taking some scraps from my stash. This is just a little bit of fabric, and I just tied a little tassel onto that pole. Now, filling this crate up, I did put a little red flower. I grabbed some of these fireworks that I got at Hobby Lobby. These stars. This is the fun part. Whatever you have in your stash, use them up. So I decided to make a little tag out of these scraps of fabric and this wooden piece, and I put Land That I Love off my Cricut design space. I did glue that in there as well. So I decided to glue pretty much everything in here. And as you can see, those little flags, those are stirrers. And I just cut them to size and I glued them right into the crate. If you're going to sell this, please glue everything in there. And then I just glued that tassel right there as well. And look how beautiful this turned out, guys. This was a lot of fun to make. I loved every part of this. This one's going to be an easy one, guys. I actually had these postcards that I got from Temu. They were only like $2.50 for like, I think 20 of them. And then I grabbed these frames from Dollar Tree. Now, these I actually already had. I used it for a different bridal shower that my sister had. So I saved them and I'm going to dissect them. So as you can see, I did take the metal piece off, and then I'm just going to trim this postcard, and I'm going to glue it right onto the backing because these don't have glass on there because of the metal frame. So I just glued it with a glue stick and I just placed it right back into the frame. The only thing is I would glue the corners just in case, just to give it more of that stability. And I just put that back together, and look how cute these are. These are beautiful, guys. I love all of these prints. These have great color. You can do any occasion, any holiday, that type of thing. I did have a brown frame that I actually been wanting to use. This one's from Dollar Tree as well, and I just placed the photo right into there. It actually fits perfectly, but I really wanted to rust it out, so I just grabbed some white paint and I just went around with my chunky brush, And I did some of the ones as well. I didn't do all of them, just the ones that I felt like it needed to be a little rustic. You can do white, you can do any color that you want. I did grab her and I wanted to do something a little different. I did a white wash around there, and then I grabbed a little bit of red and I just sanded that off, and then I grabbed a little blue. So like red, white, blue kind of a thing. And I just dry brushed it, and then all I did was sand it so the colors can blend a little bit, and that actually turned out really pretty. I grabbed some of these like cutouts that I got at Temu, and I decided to take some of these and put them on the corner of the frame. And look how beautiful this is. I took a butterfly, and then I took the American flag for the eagle. I love that one's my favorite one. I love that one. And look how beautiful all of these turned out. I love each and every one of these. These are a great sell as well too. People love this kind of stuff. And this is great for a tier tray as well, guys. Okay, so for the home stretch would be the last DIY. I had these bandanas for a while. I got 2 of them for $1.25. And then I had this fabric that I've had for a long time. I got it on sale for $1 for, I think, a yard or 2 yards. I had so much of it. So let's take that bandana and that fabric, cut it to the size of the bandana, and then what we're going to do is we're going to glue them together. So make sure the good part that you want is on the part that you're going to glue on there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to glue all 3 sides and then pull it inside out. You're going to stuff it with whatever you have. And then I'm just going to fold the pieces together and secure it with hot glue. So there you go. There's your pillow. So I wanted to do a little bit more with this pillow, so I grabbed all this ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just cutting strips of these ribbons, whatever ones that you want, that kind of thing. I'm creating a nice simple bow. And what I decided to do is I took a lot of this ribbon. I think I took like 4 or 5 sets of it. I tied it with some twine, and I tied it with a double knot. Now this ribbon is very thick and it's very firm kind of a thing. So all I did was secure that with hot glue, cut that to size that I want it, and then I'm fraying it out. Now, because it's so thick and heavy, we're going to glue that all together. So by each one, we're just going to glue a little bit and place it on the next one, just like so. And that will create a really stability bow. Then I decided to glue this bow on the corner of one of the pillows just to give it a little extra. And then I just glued a star in the middle of it, which is from Dollar Tree. And look how cute these all turned out. This one, I just wrapped a bow around it, guys, with some Dollar Tree ribbon. I love this one. And guys, that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed and loved every single one of these DIYs. And if you like these DIYs, give me that thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, I will love you on board. And I'll see you next one. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good 4th of July.